Welcome to the Nash the Gamer channel. Let me introduce myself if you are new here. I am Rachel. I am also known as Nash the Gamer, and I do Call of Duty content. I absolutely love Call of Duty, and I also love reviewing bundles, and that is what this video is all about today. We are reviewing the 3 different Mobile Gundam bundles, that is a mouthful by the way, that have come out in Call of Duty because it's the 45th anniversary of the series. But the ultimate question here is, are they fun? Are they worth your buying? Altogether, they are $60. So are all of them worth the $60? Or is it better just to buy 1 or 2 or maybe, like I said, all 3 of them? Well, that's what this video is all about. I'm about to tell you which ones are worth your buying. So sit back and relax. Let's get into it. Roll the clips. Oh. Now, for those of you who are new here, I rate the bundles or bundles 3 different ways. I need to put up 3 fingers, not 2. The first one is looks. Does it look cool? The second one is playability. Usually a bundle comes with weapons. Are the weapons fun? Are they fun to run with? Do they play well? Are they playable? And the last but certainly not least, is it worth you buying? Is it worth the $20 to $60 that you are going to spend for a bundle worth it? So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into the looks of things, right? Because it's all about looks in the end. Let's get to let's do the aerial bundle. By the way, if I say these names wrong, I apologize. They're difficult names to say, but let's get into the aerial bundle. As far as looks go, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. By far, out of the 3 bundles, this is the most that you get. You get a lot with this bundle. The RX bundle, you get a lot, but we'll get into that in a minute. But this comes with the most. It has 3 different charms, 2 different calling cards, I believe, and it also has like 2 to 3 loading screens. You get a lot with this bundle, but you only get 2 weapons, which is why it also gets an 8 out of 10. I find that if you're going to do a bundle this big, then it needs to have 3 weapons, in my opinion anyway. And as far as the look goes, altogether it's okay. It looks great, but there's just something, it could have been amazing, right? It looks great, but it could have been amazing. There's just something a little bit off, particularly with the operator skin, in my opinion, which, by the way, I don't mean any harm when I'm talking about the looks of these bundles. These are just my personal opinion, and it just looks a little off to me. The operator skin just looks a little bit off. Now, as far as the Zaku bundle, let's get into that. I'm going to give it not 8 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I know my ratings, guys, okay? I know my ratings. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. This thing is a different story. This bundle looks really good. It's very cohesive, and it's, by the way, a smaller bundle, but you still get 3 weapons. So I find that very interesting. It's a smaller bundle. You don't get nearly as much as you do with the aerial one, but you still get 3 weapons. And the pickaxe on this bundle, woo, baby, I absolutely love the pickaxe that you get with this. The animation that it comes with is incredible. And by the way, all 3 of these are tracer packs, so they all get animations, and the animations with this bundle, the Zaku bundle, are very good. It looks good. It looks amazing. The operator skin just looks good. It looks sleek. It just looks cool. They did a good job on that. Now, as far as the RX bundle, which, by the way, came out today, is the newest bundle as far as looks go, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Yes, I gave the Zaku bundle, but what I'm about to say is my personal opinion. This looks, really, I should give this thing a 11 out of 10. This thing looks incredible. This is the best looking one by far, and you get about just as much, not quite as much, but about just as much as the aerial skin and aerial bundle, I should say. And it just looks incredible. You kind of feel like a transformer when you're running around with the skin, and it also comes with the lightsaber, which we'll get into in a minute. Yes, there is a lightsaber in Call of Duty now, and I will tell you, it is fun to play with, and it's just overall as a bundle looks incredible. They did a great job. They went all out with this bundle compared to the aerial bundle. They went all out with this bundle. So yes, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Now that is looks, but how about playability? Let's get into that. Roll the clips.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Now for playability, let's get into it. Again, let's start off with the aerial bundle, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for playability. The weapons that this bundle comes with is the Enforcer, which is a battle rifle, and then you get an AR and assault rifle, which is the MTC 556. We'll get into that in a minute, but let's tackle the Enforcer because I have some words, Call of Duty. I don't know why. You just came out with a new battle rifle, the Car 96. And in this new bundle, you don't put the Car 96, you put an older battle rifle, the Enforcer, which is definitely not as good as the Car 96. And you can definitely tell it, particularly with this blueprint. It is not a good blueprint. I am very disappointed. Now again, if I didn't say this, let me remind you. If I did, then you're going to hear it again. All of these bundles are tracer packs, so they all got animations and sounds coming out of the guns when you use them. And besides the animation and sounds that come out of the gun, is the blueprint itself is just disappointing. And it's disappointing that Call of Duty decided to put this battle rifle in this bundle and not the Car 96. I find that to be a very interesting choice by Call of Duty. Now, as far as the MTC 556 go, it's actually a very good AR, but the blueprint that you get here, it is ruined because they put an optic on it. You do not need an optic on the MTC 556. You do not. It throws off the entire gun. It adds more recoil to the gun. So if I were you, if you do end up getting this bundle, then I suggest that you take the optic off and you put an underbarrel support on it. And I highly suggest that you put the Bruin heavy grip on it. It definitely improves the gun. And after that, I actually found myself having fun with the gun, but I shouldn't have to do that, right? These blueprints should be ready to go, and this blueprint just isn't. Both blueprints are not, which is why it gets a 7 out of 10. The only reason why it's getting a 7 out of 10 is because after I put the Bruin grip on, it did improve the MTC 556. Now, as far as the Zaku bundle, let's get into that. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9 out of 10. The weapons that you get in the Zaku bundle are the longbow, which is a sniper. You get the ARM9, which is an SMG, and on top of that, you get a melee weapon. You get the pickaxe, which looks like a hatchet. These weapons are a whole lot better than the aerial bundle. It is a whole lot. They are night and day. They are so much better. Now, the only reason why it's a 9 out of 10 is because of the longbow. It is very interesting. They should put a long barrel on it. There you go. They should put a long barrel on it. I find it very interesting that Call of Duty didn't make a sniper for long distance. This thing is really made for shipment and smaller maps. It's not made for Warzone. So if you are planning to use this longbow in Warzone, you're going to have to really give it an overhaul, really, and make sure it is built for those longer shots, because this is just really, it's really an up close and personal kind of sniper the way that it's built. Now, as far as the ARM9 goes, for those of you who do not know, it is one of the best SMGs that you can be running right now, period, in Call of Duty. And this blueprint that Call of Duty gives you, I am very impressed by it. It runs very well. They did a great job with this blueprint. It is so much fun to play with, and not to mention the animations on the ARM9 and the sound that comes out of the gun, because again, all of these if I haven't said, if I did, apologize, you're going to hear it again. All these bundles have tracer packs on them. So it's a lot of fun to hear, and there's a lot to see, fun to see the animation. Now, as far as the pickaxe goes, that looks like a hatchet. It is incredible. It is the best thing out of these three weapons. If you are a melee lover like me, you are going to adore this pickaxe. It is so much fun to play with. The sound that when it comes when you swipe it is incredible, and the animation is just fun. It's a great pickaxe. It is a great melee weapon for you to play with. It is so much fun to play with. So yes, I do think that the Zaku bundle is way better as far as playability goes. Now, as for the RX bundle, let's get into that. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Now, the only reason why I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, let me tell you the weapons first, is the weapons that you get is the striker, and you also get the lightsaber. Yes, the lightsaber that everybody's been talking about. Call of Duty has been teasing this lightsaber for a long time. The only reason why it gets an 8 out of 10 is the striker. The striker's not terrible. I felt like that the blueprint could have been better. It's not great. It's kind of like the long bow. It's almost kind of like the long bow and the Zaku one. It's kind of mid. It's mid. They could have done better. And the reason why it is getting a lower score than that is just because I feel like that the longbow was still in the Zaku bundle was still playable enough. This striker, maybe it's because the striker is more my play style. I found it a little bit more disappointing. It's not terrible. It's not great either. Now, this is why though it gets a higher score than the aerial bundle, and that is this lightsaber. Yes, I feel like the force is strong with me with this lightsaber when I'm running around with it. It is so much fun to play with. I feel like a Jedi when I look at it as I'm running around. It is so much fun to play with. I never thought in a million years that there would be a lightsaber in Call of Duty, but it is so much fun to play with. And if you follow me on TikTok or watch my shorts, you're going to be seeing a lot of them with this lightsaber. It is so much fun to play with. But now that is playability. But how about the ultimate question? Is it worth your buying? Are these bundles worth your buying? Well, let's get into it. Roll the clips. Woo. Oh, let's go. Now, last but certainly not least, the ultimate question, is it worth your buying? Again, let's start off with the aerial bundle. And is the aerial bundle worth you buying? I'm going to say no. I do not think that it is worth your buying. Look, it is the biggest bundle out of all three of these bundles. It comes with the most. But just because of the way the operator skin looks, I don't feel like that they put enough detail into it. And on top of that, the weapon blueprints that it comes with, they're just not that good. And it's kind of disappointing, again, because is the biggest bundle, but it's also is the one that is the weakest out of the three. It is very weak bundle, which is why I don't think it's worth your buying. Now, as far as the Zaku bundle goes, that's a different story. I do think that is worth your buying, so I'm going to say yes, it is worth your buying. It's worth the $20 alone for that pickaxe that looks like a hatchet. That thing is so much fun, not to mention the ARM9. Yes, you do get that mid longbow, but overall, this bundle is good, and the operator skin looks really good. Now, as far as the RX bundle goes, I am going to say yes, it is worth your buying. It is worth your buying alone for that lightsaber. Yes, the striker is mid that you get with it, but for that lightsaber alone, look, I'm going to admit something. If that lightsaber had come out on its own, I would have bought it. That thing is so much fun to play with. It is worth the $20 alone. And you also get one of the coolest operator skins that I think Call of Duty has come out with in a very long time. Call of Duty did very well. They did a very good job with the way that it looks. So yes, I do think that the RX bundle is worth your buying. It is worth the $20 that you are going to spend. So there you go. Out of the three, the Zaku bundle and the RX bundle are the ones that I think are worth your buying the most. And now it just depends on your play style and what you prefer. But there you go. Anyway, there is the 3 Gundam bundles and which ones are worth your buying. But how about the Brooker bundle? You know, the Brooker bundle that came out, the NBA star. Yeah, he came out with a skin not too long ago. In fact, he came out with a full bundle not too long ago. And I did a video on it. I did another Is It Worth Your Buying? If you would like to go check that video out, then go check it out right now if you would like to know, is it worth your money? Is it worth the $20 that you are going to have to spend?